Video games transport us to new worlds. They bring us closer together. They reinvent the ways creativity is produced. Alright, I'm not going to be all cheesy. I'm awesomejasonsel 1 and I like video games. But I don't call myself a gamer because, for one, I don't play them that much. And also, I'm just not very good at them. I like different types of games. Platformers, adventure games, sports titles. But the one thing my favorite games all have in common, they're from Nintendo. This video was inspired by a top 20 Nintendo games I watched a few months ago, and my god, I can't find the person who made it. If someone does, let me know and I'll see if it's the same one, and then I'll give them credit. Let's get into it, and just to clarify, these are games exclusive to Nintendo. If there's a game I really like that I played on Nintendo console, but I can play somewhere else, it's not on this list. I feel like that goes without saying, but just for my own peace of mind and to keep me sane, I just wanted to say it. A lot of times when I watch outlets make like top 10 or top 20s, they'll put in something at the bottom of the list that just doesn't quite fit. For example, the NFL might put a play that isn't very spectacular in its top 100 plays list at number 100, but it's there because it was important or funny. I hate when people do that. I'm not going to put like a free-to-play game that you can't even play anymore at number 20. But I did Mario 35. For those who don't know, Super Mario Bros. 35 was a limited digital release for Nintendo Switch Online members during the whole "let's celebrate Mario but make it unnecessarily difficult for consumers to enjoy" phase. But my god, did I have fun with this. Spoiler alert, Super Mario Bros. Is on this list not because of its graphics or story, but because of its simple yet fun platforming. So needless to say, Mario 35 is one of the very few online games I was good at. You may only get 1-1 and 1-2, but that gets new players into it. I loved playing this, and it better come back, Nintendo. I haven't played this game with friends in years because I have no friends. Because of the pandemic, so I'll keep this short. This silly, frantic, motion-controlled game is a blast. Again, because of its simplicity, and it's, not like a commitment. It's short games. I'm sorry, I have to rant for a second. Why would anybody buy a 2DS? It's pointless, it looks uncomfortable, and is overall just a lesser product. So I bought a 2DS in around 2016. Man, this rant then reveal stitch is getting kind of old. I bought a 2DS to play Zelda, so I guess I answered my own previous question. I bought it because it was cheaper and didn't care about the 3D. My 2DS, as all consoles do after no one wants them, came with a game. And that game featured our own favorite red-capped plumber and Tanuki Tales. It was Mario Kart 7. Oh wait, I don't have the physical game. Here. Mario Kart is the other multiplayer game I think I'm pretty good at, and my love of the series started with this game. Playing this game with older brothers after they were inspired to get their own 2DSs made us talk more about this game and other games in general. I particularly love the use of the bottom screen. Seeing where other players are in item spying are tools that lead to less frustration. If only there was a game like this with good graphics and decent online. Oh! I'm very careful online. I make sure to not say anything that'll get me in trouble or canceled. But bear with me when I say, Game & Wario is a good game. God dang it. Listen, the single player was fine, I think. It's been like 9 years. But I love this game for its unique multiplayer modes, the investigator game in particular. Honestly, this game might just be here because other people hate on it. I remember when I saw an original Game Boy for the first time. It was at my cousin's house. I was used to the Advance, SP of course, I'm not a monster. He had a couple games. One in particular stood out to me because it was like a game I was familiar with, but like the Hydrox version to the Oreos I was used to. Do you know Hydrox came before Oreo? Yeah, everybody does. Super Mario Land is pretty great. It's simple, but more importantly, so unique compared to other Mario games. I hear it's short, though I've never beaten it, even though I hear it's pretty easy. You may notice a theme here. I like fun, simple games. Wait, what does that say about me? Imagine this. You get your little brother something for Christmas. He opens it up and exclaims, "Oh, I hate this game." I can imagine anybody doing that, especially not me. And it turns out I actually love this game. I like sports, I like games, I like playing said games with friends. So Mario Super Sluggers checked all these boxes. Having primarily Nintendo consoles for most of my childhood, I didn't have access to sports games, but I had Mario versions, except soccer, golf, or equestrian. Oh wait, no, I had that one. This game was one of, if not the first we'd put in my Wii during birthday sleepovers. It gets people who don't care for sports into the game. There is one series in particular that has defined my love of gaming. One that has brought me closer to family and friends, that I have nostalgia for more than most things in general. And so I will be mindful when talking about this series, as it is very close to my heart. Who cares about the motion controls? They're fine. The game is good. The story is good. The characters are good. The Imprisoned is not. I mean, it's the most important game of all time. It's from 1985, yet plays great. It's fun. It's a good game. Being able to play games with family and friends is clearly important to me, especially when they're easy to understand and emphasize pure fun over graphics and realism. I mean, the people in this game don't even have arms. In this iteration, I mainly play table tennis and basketball, although I can never get a perfect 3-point contest, god dang it. What would I do if I met one of my favorite YouTubers? Well, if I met Peanut Butter Gamer, I would play him in Wii Sports Basketball and beat him once and for all. A tech demo? No thanks. Wait, it's based off Nintendo franchises? And includes arguably the most unfair minigame, arguably the best minigame of all time? I think some people make rankings of the best games with nostalgia blinders on. And I'm doing that right here. Mario 64! Honestly, it was only a couple years ago that I realized how much I love platformers. Even though I had Mario 64 on the Wii Virtual Console years prior, this game is again very important, and although it doesn't look great, it controls pretty well and has charm written all over it. Yes, the rare case of ranking a game too low out of nostalgia. Listen, I think Ocarina of Time is a little overrated, but it's still very good. When I think of best Zelda games, it's not number one. When I think of most Zelda games, I mean the Zelda formula was perfected in this game. Also, Majora's Mask is an allegory for grief. I think everyone knows that though. Ben drowned? Oh, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I don't like calling video games cute. I think the cute label is just put on old games on old hardware that are trying their best. And I think graphics are overrated, and oh my god, it's adorable. Spoiler for if and when I rank the Zelda games, this is my favorite 2D Zelda game. Great music, deep story, and again, charm. Now, the Game Boy versions are almost impossible to play because you have just 2 buttons for everything. Even without the remake, I still think this is a pretty great game. Would I have played it enough to know that without the remake? I was confident about basketball. But I'll tell you what, you play me in tennis or baseball and you will lose. This is empty. I was staying at someone's house when I learned about the Wii, and therefore Wii Sports. This is what made me want it. Enough said. You ever enjoy something so much that you're just terrible at? Yeah, me neither. I had Melee and played Brawl and 4 Wii U at a friend's house, but take that with clean graphics, every character, and many stages, even though I only play Battlefield versions, and boom, great game. Do you ever buy something, rarely use it, and then pick it up again and realize you should have been using it this whole time? I didn't grow up with Mario in the 80s and 90s, but I played some of the games, and my god, rarely do games make me tear up, but the 2D Mario-infused New Donk City Festival just, man. Mario Odyssey is the game that made me fall in love with platformers. It's like Mario 64, but with beautiful graphics and 100 times more to do. Oh yeah, Cappy, and you can have a Mario 64 suit and the darker side of the moon. Oh my god! You knew this was coming. We need Mario Kart 9, and we'll never get Mario Kart 9. Not because Mario Kart 8 flopped, but because it's so good. I try to buy physical games when I can, but I was playing Mario Kart 7, and I realized I wanted this game so bad. Problem is, it was like midnight, so I gave it in and I downloaded it. This is like the only game I play online, and I ain't bad at it either. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe looks amazing and sounds great and is just the best game in the series. And it keeps getting bigger with these expansions. I thought I wanted a dark, gritty game. I thought it was cool. But I mean, Twilight Princess is a great game because it's a great game. This game has the best soundtrack of all time. The beginning of the game is terrible, but once you get past that and the non-Wolfling parts are great, and once you get the Master Sword, just pure perfection. I hope you've realized I'm not going too deep into my reasons here. I just want to make a YouTube video because I haven't made a YouTube video in a really long time. But this is the very game. that made me love video games. It was a summer, or maybe fall, possibly spring or winter night in, say, 2008? I don't think it was raining. My family and I went to dinner. We stopped at the local GameStop and picked out a game. My older brother pointed out one in a series he knew. This is that very copy. Maybe. We might have had to replace it. I wasn't very good at handling stuff back then. Listen, I cheated when I started playing Zelda games. I thought video walkthroughs were ingenious, not lazy. But even so, this game means so much to me and what I think of gaming. It's strong yet lighthearted. It's fun yet not too challenging. I love this game so much. There has never been a game I've anticipated so much. Never been a game I've avoided as much info on as I could before it came out. And no game I wish I could play for the first time again more. And you know what it is. March of 2017 was magical. I actually got the Wii U version and was just hypnotized. When I bought my Switch a year later, this was the second game I bought. I'm replaying Breath of the Wild now, and it's as close as I could ever get to playing it for the first time again. I am being really careful to explore, to discover. This is my favorite game of all time. I hope you enjoyed this rare video from me. I'll be making sports videos again, but on my second channel, awesomejasonsel 2, so you can subscribe there, subscribe here. Follow me on Instagram, @awesomejasonsel1, and follow me on Twitter, @awesomejasonsel. Thank you.